The arena's crimson sand had drunk the blood of 1,000 warriors from across the galaxy. Beneath the twin suns of Xerion Prime, the Colosseum of Teeth stretched toward the violet sky, its bone-white walls carved from the ribs of ancient leviathans. Today, like every day for the past 3 centuries, it would witness death. Commander Zekthar of the Hegemony adjusted his ceremonial armor as he gazed down from the royal viewing platform. Below, in the preparatory chambers, the day's entertainment awaited. 7 of the galaxy's most feared warbeasts, each capable of reducing a platoon of soldiers to scattered atoms. The crowd of 10,000 spectators, Xerians, Vorthak, crystalline Zelthans, and dozens of other species, buzzed with anticipation. "The human requests no weapons," announced Arena Master Quill, his forearms gesturing dramatically. "No armor. No technological assistance of any kind." A ripple of confused murmurs swept through the crowd. Zekthar's mandibles clicked in amusement. Humans were a recently discovered species, primitive by galactic standards. Their homeworld barely had faster-than-light travel, and their military technology was laughably outdated. This particular specimen had been captured during a border skirmish, one of dozens of prisoners taken when human exploration vessels had foolishly wandered into hegemony space. "Perhaps it seeks a quick death," Zekthar mused to his aide. "Its species shows curious patterns of self-destruction when faced with hopeless situations." The arena gates groaned open with mechanical precision. From the southern entrance emerged the human, unremarkable in every way. It stood barely 2 meters tall, its pale skin marked with old scars, wearing nothing but simple cloth garments. The creature's name, according to the prison records, was Marcus Chen, a former soldier from Earth's military forces. The crowd's anticipation turned to confusion, then to jeers. This was their grand entertainment, this soft pink thing that looked like it might break if someone sneezed too hard. "Citizens of the Hegemony," Arena Master Quill's voice boomed across the Colosseum. "Witness the first trial, the Corvin Deathstalker." The northern gate exploded, outward as the first warbeast emerged. The Corvin stood 4 meters tall, its chitinous exoskeleton gleaming like black metal. 6 legs carried its bulk with predatory grace, while razor-sharp mandibles clicked hungrily. Bioluminescent patterns along its carapace pulsed with aggressive intent. The creature had killed 47 warriors in previous arena battles. Marcus Chen didn't move. The Corvin charged, its war cry echoing off the arena walls. At the last possible moment, the human stepped aside, not frantically, but with calculated precision. The beast's mandibles snapped shut on empty air. Before it could turn, Marcus had somehow positioned himself behind the creature's head. What happened next defied every spectator's understanding of physics and biology. The human's hands found a microscopic gap between the Corvin's head plates. With movements too quick to follow, he twisted. The sound of breaking chitin cracked like thunder. The Deathstalker collapsed, its nervous system severed with surgical precision. Silence blanketed the arena. "Second trial," Arena Master Quill announced, his voice wavering slightly. "The Vorthak Flame Render." This time, a creature of pure aggression burst forth, a mass of muscle and hatred standing 3 meters wide, covered in scales that could deflect plasma bolts. The Flame Render's most terrifying feature was its ability to exhale superheated gas capable of melting steel. Marcus stood in the center of the arena, studying the approaching beast like a scholar examining an interesting text. The Flame Render inhaled, preparing to cook the human alive. Marcus moved. He didn't run from the flames. He ran toward them, somehow weaving between jets of superheated death with movements that seemed to bend reality. As the creature paused to inhale again, Marcus reached its underside and struck upward with his bare fist. The impact point was no larger than a coin, but the Flame Render's entire body convulsed. Internal organs ruptured. The beast toppled, dead before it hit the sand. Commander Zekthar leaned forward in his throne, his confident amusement replaced by growing unease. The third beast was a crystal wing, a creature of living diamond that could fly at supersonic speeds and slash through starship hulls. It lasted 37 seconds. Marcus somehow predicted its attack pattern and caught it mid-dive, redirecting. its momentum to shatter the creature against the arena wall. The fourth, fifth, and sixth beasts followed in rapid succession, a Netherian shadow weaver that could bend light itself, a Gorthak siege beast with hide thick enough to stop artillery shells, a quantum stalker that could phase in and out of normal space-time. Each fell to the human's hands. With each death, the crowd's jeers transformed into stunned silence, then into something approaching awe. This wasn't possible. Humans were primitive, weak. Their species had barely learned to leave their own solar system. How? Zekthar whispered. Finally, the seventh gate opened. The Apex Alpha emerged, a creature so dangerous that it had never been used in arena combat before. Standing 6 meters tall, with forearms ending in molecular edge claws, sensory, organs that could detect the electrical activity of a heartbeat from kilometers away, and reflexes faster than thought itself. This beast had single-handedly destroyed a hegemony battlecruiser. For the first time, Marcus smiled. "You know," he said, his voice carrying clearly in the absolute silence of the arena, "my species has a saying about cornering dangerous animals." The Apex Alpha studied the human with alien intelligence, recognizing something in those calm brown eyes that gave even its predator instincts pause. "The most dangerous animal," Marcus continued, beginning to walk slowly toward the creature, "is one that's already decided it has nothing left to lose." The battle lasted exactly 1 minute and 14 seconds. When the dust settled, Chen stood alone in the arena, not even breathing hard. Around him lay the remains of 7 creatures that had terrorized the galaxy for centuries, each killed with nothing more than human hands and an understanding of anatomy that bordered on supernatural. Commander Zekthar rose from his throne, his entire worldview crumbling. What are you?" Marcus looked up at the royal platform, his expression unchanged. "Just a human, Commander. Just a single, very patient human who's been studying your champion's weaknesses for 3 months while you kept me in that cell." He began walking toward the exit, then paused. "Oh, and Commander, you might want to reconsider this whole humans are primitive theory. Because when my species finds out what you've been doing to prisoners..." He smiled again, and somehow that expression was more terrifying than any of the beasts he'd just killed. "Well, let's just say I was the diplomatic option." The arena fell silent as Marcus Chen walked out, leaving behind not just 7 dead war beasts, but an entire empire's understanding of what humanity truly was. And in the deepest archives of hegemony intelligence, a single file was updated with new classification codes. Human, extreme threat level. Avoid confrontation at all costs. The war that followed would prove that assessment entirely correct.